a look at that. Now that is a slide. I don't know how on earth I'm gonna get around that. Maybe that far side I can climb up and around. There's no way I'm going straight up that. That's wild. That is really wild. Hey everyone, it's Cody. I'm back with another video. Today I'm on a little brookie stream, all native brookies. Maybe a couple rainbows down low, but a great little native brookie stream that never gets any pressure. I don't know when the last time anybody would be in here. There's no trail, there's no tracks anywhere, so it doesn't see like anybody. I'm not gonna name it. It's a native brookie stream, and that's kind of my rule of thumb, is that anything that's got wild or native trout in it, I'm not gonna name it. If y'all are interested in knowing what stream this is, if you want to come into the shop or swing by, give us a call, just message me directly. I'll be happy to point you in the right direction. But you know, these videos are getting quite a few views, and so I don't want that information out there to tens of thousands of people. You never know who's watching. So but yeah, I'd love to show y'all around and get y'all some intel if you want to contact me directly or stop by the shop. Anyway, so what's kind of cool about today is I'm going to be fishing a little zero weight fly rod that I built, probably going on 10 years now. Little winter project of mine one year, and I don't fish it that much, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun fishing for these brookies on a zero weight and dry flies, and it should be a really good time. So I'm going to quit yakking and start fishing. So stay tuned. We're going to just work our way up and see what we find. There we go. First fish, looks like a little brookie. He was on it as soon as it hit the water. Pretty little guy. There we go. There you got it. Wow, he's pulling hard. That's a rainbow, that's why. Really dark. Look how dark this little bow is. Beautiful little fish. Looks too good. There's got to be a fish in here. There he is. Oh, I missed him. Didn't seem very big. This water's higher there he is, than it normally is. I think it's another brookie. Yep. Nice. Long little fish. Get it back up here in this pool. So I was saying is this water is higher than it normally is, and we might need to make a few extra drifts to get down to these fish. Not a bad little brookie, a little on the skinny side. So yeah, more water than what there normally is here, so that should make the fish more comfortable, but we may have to make a few more drifts to get them to see it. So I mean, it's early June, so I love seeing this much water in these creeks. We've had a really wet spring. But yeah, that usually makes for some happy fish. We may just have to work a little harder to get to them. All right, so I want to show you all this bottle I picked up recently. It's called Grail, and it's basically a water purifier bottle. You take this cartridge out. It's got this sleeve here. Fill this thing up. There's a little marker on the side, so fill it to that line. And then basically, you just press down, and it takes a little while. But as the water gets forced through this filter, it filters it out, filters all the heavy metal, sediment, bacteria, you name it. So now we got good, clean, pure water. And we don't have to worry about carting a bunch of water in. We just drink it as we go, which is really nice. So I picked this up at Teleco Goods and Gear. They're just around the corner from the shop. They're not cheap. They're like 80, 90 bucks. But for being out here and on these little creeks and keeping light and kind of drinking as you go and not carrying any more than you have to, it's really, really handy. So I'd highly recommend checking those out if you're interested in a purifier bottle. It's pretty simple and easy to use. Check this guy out. There's a big crawfish. Look, he's about the size of my hand. Oh, he says. Didn't like that. About as big as the brookies we're catching today. Oh, I pulled it away from him. I watched him come up. Oh, that was a real splashy take. I'm not sure really had it. There he goes. We got him that time. This one is real pretty, very dark, very copper colored. And these small streams that are constantly shaded, they tend to run pretty dark in color. Which makes them really pretty. I mean, look at him, just almost orange. Very beautiful fish. Surely that's not the only one in here. There we go. Oh, that's a better one too. That might be a bow. Feels like it the way he's pulling. Look at that little zero bend. Yep, it's a bow. Seems like a pretty good mix in here. Now he took the nymph. Just a healthy, pretty little wild bow there. Gorgeous little fish. There we go. Oop. Get him back up in his home here. That's a nice little brookie. Beautiful spots on him. Look how tan it is, or just that tannic copper color. Just gorgeous. Really gorgeous fish. You see the water's got some stain to it too, which I'm sure is what causes that darker coloration. Really cool, beautiful fish. There we go. He had to be in there somewhere. Another pretty dark fish. Beautiful. He pulled hard for a little guy. I'll give him credit. I thought it was a rainbow. Ooh, that looks like a nice brookie there. Just came up and sipped. Not my fly, but something else. There he is. Oh, he bumped it and he didn't eat it. Come on. There, he got it. That's not a bad brookie. For way up here. Oh, I missed him entirely. Swing and a miss. There we go. That was really cool. I got to see him eat it eat an actual dry or a mayfly or something, and then turn around and eat mine. So that fly out of there. I think he's the longest fish so far. Still got plenty of life in him. There we go. Very cool. And look where I caught him, in front of that waterfall. Really cool place to catch a brookie for sure, huh? All right, let's get him back. Great spot to catch a fish. Beautiful. So I want to point out something pretty cool in this bedrock here. You see these holes. So the way I understand it is that you've got these little divots and you know, uneven spots in this bedrock, and gravel and sand will kind of collect in there, and as the water comes up, it churns and basically continues to deepen this hole over, like, you know, the eons, I guess. So in this hole in particular, I want to show you something that's really cool. So it's deep, and it's about as wide as my fist at the bottom, about elbow deep. And check out this rock in the bottom. It's almost completely polished, smooth, and almost a circle. It's a little bit flat, but very polished rock. That's really, really cool. So that thing has just been sitting in that hole, just churning for who knows how long, and just polishing itself over and over until it got that smooth. So really, really cool. I'm gonna leave it there because that's just kind of a cool natural feature, and it'll be neat to see if it's still there next time I come back. All right, I'm making my way above the falls here, and I believe it's about as far as I've been last time. It's about as far as I've ever fished up this creek, and that was a couple years ago. Oh, there's a nice looking little spot there. But one thing I noticed that couple years ago is that it didn't seem like we caught a lot of fish then either. I mean, I've caught some brookies, but there's definitely spots that look like they should have fish that don't. And I'm not sure why that is. Now, last time I was here was in the fall, and pretty sure they were spawning. And so I just assumed they were moving and just not in their usual holding spots, their usual pools and all that. But we didn't fish for them long. Once we figured out they were in spawning mode, we left them alone to do their thing. But now I'm starting to wonder if maybe population density is just a little low on this creek. It's going to be interesting to see what we find as we move up. If we see more fish, less fish, if it stays the same. I mean, either way, it's already been a great day, and we've caught some nice fish. But you know, every stream's a little different, so who knows what we'll find. Whoop. There he is. I thought I saw some movement down in there towards that tail end. Another decent little fish. All right. Another pretty fish. He's ready to go already. Awesome. All right, I decided to switch things up a little bit, put a little bigger fly on, just a big foam bug with legs on it. And I think with this water, there, ate it on the first drift, with this water being up a little bit, and it seems like I'm having trouble seeing it, I'm hoping that we'll get more reactions like that. Man, hopefully he eats it again. That was like a pretty good fish. I've got this limb above me, making it hard to roll it out there. and hard to set the hook too, so I wasn't very confident. There he is. Oh no, that was a good fish right there. That felt like a real nice fish. Maybe there's more than one in there, we'll see. Really cool little waterfall here. I don't know if we'll find anything. It's pretty shallow, it looks like. I'll find my way up this thing. All right. Whew. We're getting some elevation. It's like it's only up from here. There he is. Little guy. Uh-oh. I missed him and got him in the belly, but it was barbless, so no harm, no foul. He seemed to be okay. Boy, it's definitely picking up gradient from here. It looks like there's another falls up above. Lots of old pine and hemlock debris. Looking pretty like pretty good brook trout habitat here. This is what I'm talking about. That is a pretty slide there. A nice pool below it. It's got some depth. I'm gonna try to stay hunkered down here. But I got good wide open room to cast. Let's see what happens. There he is. Oh, and that's a pretty good brookie too. I'm working my way down to him. Get my net out. Ooh, it popped off in the net. Talk about luck. Oh yeah. That's a pretty one there. Real long. Nice little fish. And check out that spot I caught him in. It's just the full experience. It really has nothing to do with the size of the fish. I mean, a nice brookie is nice to catch, but like, look where we're at. Look where we're catching them. It's pretty incredible. I don't know about fishing this hole here at these flows, but I bet at normal flows it would hold a fish. All right, we're through that. That was a cool looking spot, but really nothing to fish. This is looking way more promising. There he is. Didn't take long. Oh, not very big. Looks promising here. Oh yeah, not big. Thought he was big. Oop. I'm not sure he can make his way out of there. I might have to try to get hands on him. There he is. There we go. Not too bad. Go back that way. Oh, yeah. Oh. You look pretty good for that little bitty pocket. You will lose more fish with a barbless hook, but it's worth it not to tear them up, especially if they eat it deep. And man, it's pretty in here. A lot more wide open than I would have thought. But yeah, go barbless. Save yourself from damaging the little brookies, and you'll lose a few, but it's worth it. There we go. Oh, I think I'm having a harder time hooking them on this foam bug. It's got a fairly small hook. That's all right. We know they're here. We don't have to catch every single one of them. Nice. We're in that little middle of that run, right where he should have been. I'm just gonna grab him by hand. If he falls off, he falls off. Hoop, 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 hoop. Not in the rocks. There we go. A good, healthy looking little fish. Here he goes. Hey. Send him flying. I just spooked a couple smaller ones. Now everything has gotten a little bit skinnier, a little more shallow. We'll have to be careful. Hang back a little bit more. Oh. There he is. Another tiny one. Maybe we'll get some bigger ones here eventually. We're finding more fish, but much smaller fish. Much, much smaller. Pretty still. A little bit better, or not. Hey, he's still pretty small. Of course, we're talking about some pretty small water up here now too, so. Oh, he slipped right through the net. All right, well, whatever. Oh man, that was a better brookie. Oh, he had it again too. There we go. Stay on. Ah, well, fudge. That's all right. I like this fly, and they seem to like it too, but I'm thinking that hook is too small to really keep them pinned. There was another one in there. I'm gonna switch back to that small caddis because I think they can see it now. Skinnier water, won't have to worry about them seeing it or not, like we did down low. So I'm gonna try some a little bit bigger. You see, that's got a real small hook on it. I just think they're not really hooking up. So I'm gonna retie. We'll try this fish again. I know there's still one in there. There we go. Finally, about time. Got a little better fish. Oop, back in the net. Where are you at? There we go. A little bit better fish. I'm gonna get up here, get them in the water. A little better fish. Good hook set. I went with another foam bug with rubber legs. This one's got a wider gap hook on it though, so I really do think that was the issue. There we go. Oh, good fish. Stay on. Yeah, all right. Just when I thought they were shrinking, we get a better one. That's a beauty. Just vivid, beautiful fish. Whoa, did not expect a decent little brookie out of that skinny water. I thought that was going to be a little 3-incher. I mean, he's only like 5, but better than I thought. Oh, that was a fish on the bottom. I saw a dark spot. I thought it kind of looked like a fish, and that dark spot just peeled off the bottom and ate that dry. That's not a bad brookie for up here. Not at all. Boy, he inhaled it. Yeah, good looking little guy. Nice. We're finding more fish. I mean, we're still not finding a ton, but I mean, we're catching a couple fish per pool. Yeah, they're a little on the smaller side, but this is about what I would expect. So yeah, not bad, not bad. It's beautiful up here, I gotta say. It's pretty beautiful up here. Well, things are starting to get thick again. It was nice to have a wide open stream bed while it lasted, but I was afraid we'd get back into some rhodo thickets again. I just hope it opens back up. Oh, that's such a soft eat. Not a bad one. He might have spooked. I just went to turn my GoPro off and it came back for it. I pulled it away from him. There he is. Yep, there he is. Good deal. Boy, he's barely hooked. Very colorful. Fat little fish too. Might be the fattest one I've caught yet. For his size anyway. That was some thick stuff. I think, well, at least for now, we're out of it. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna get overgrown again, but this looks way nicer. Gonna take a little breather. There we go. Man, such a hassle getting back in here. Woo! I'm glad I'm out of that road. That was some thick stuff. I'm still finding fish with a nice little brookie. I think it's got the most beautiful copper color on them. Take a look at that. Now that is a slide. I don't know how on earth I'm going to get around that. Maybe that far side I can climb up and around. There's no way I'm going straight up that. That's wild. That is really wild. It's gotten real tight through here. Lots of down trees and stuff too. So it's been rough going. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna catch anything here. I'm gonna have to get around this falls, so I think I've got to go to that far side. I can kind of work my way up and around, and then we'll see what's above that. Well, I'm in a thicket, absolutely, but I think I'm above the falls. I can still hear it. I think I'm getting towards the top. I'm gonna keep going up till it levels out, and then cut back across. Now, this is starting to feel a lot like work. Whew. All right, we made it out of there. That's all we just crawled through, and by crawl I mean literally crawl. But we're back on the water now. What's left of it, it's getting pretty small, and it looks like we're gonna have to crawl our way back through here. So, whew, man. All right, I'm gonna take a little breather right here, maybe grab a drink and a snack, and then head through that roto hell up there. But we're committed now, so it's nowhere to go but up. All right, we're back in action. But now the real question is, are there brookies above that slide? That's a big slide. I don't think they're gonna get up and around that. And there are some barriers that, you know, even historically would have kept brook trout out. They can only go so far upstream. Get this line figured out here. There. And hopefully we're gonna know here the next cast or two if there's any fish up here. Well, nothing here. So far that I can see. Oh, here comes one. He is tiny though. All right, there's brookies up here still. There he is. All right, we officially got a brookie. He's a little one. He's a brookie. So we know there's fish up here, which is quite incredible. I don't know how they get up here. Pretty amazing. I see one hanging out in the middle of this pool. He's not very big. But I didn't come all this way to not try and catch a fish. So we are gonna see, oh, there's a better one. Okay, let's see what we can do. Whoop. Oh, way behind him. Here he comes. He ate it anyway. Whoop, and I lost him. No room to set the hook, really. All right, so I'm working up, and I got a brookie right here in front of this rock. Of course, getting through all this mess, I've got a twisted up leader, but let's see if I can't get him real quick here. Maybe take a couple steps back. There he is. Oh man, I can't get my net out. I love to net that fish. There we go. Look at what he came out of. Crazy. And not a bad little fish. All right, he was hooked pretty deep, so I had to take my time to get that hook out. But he is not a bad little fish for way the heck up here. That's pretty cool. I mean, look, tiny little creek. In between falls is another big waterfall up there I'm gonna have to cross. But yeah, wild stuff. And we've got yet another falls. This one doesn't look so bad. I think I can get around this left side here. Hug that roto. But whew, I'm getting worn out. I made it through all that mess. We're just gonna keep on seeing what's up here. At this point, I'm just more curious than anything, and probably more stubborn and stupid than anything, but we're gonna keep going. Who knows when we'll be up here next, so might as well see it all. All right, well, I am pretty sure there's a brookie hanging out. I know I spooked one. I think there's another one right in there. There he is. Gosh, he's not bad. Oh. There. I'm gonna go ahead and step in. It might be more, but at this point, to catch a fish up here is pretty amazing. There you go. You want to talk about small stream brookie? There's your small stream brookie right there. This is getting insanely overgrown. Now, I thought I was gonna have to go backtrack back to my truck, but I got to looking at the map, and I'm really not far from a forest road that crosses up here. Now, I say not far, but if it's like this, the whole way it's gonna take some time. But at this point, I think that's my better option. So I'm gonna keep bushwhacking through. That may or may not be the last brookie I catch today. But if I find some better water, something that's open enough to fish, you better believe I'm gonna fish it. So hopefully that's not the last one. In fact, this looks pretty good right here. Oh, there's actually a couple nice good plunge pools. I'm gonna skip over this one just because it's so tight, and see if I can't pull something out of this spot here. I have to be real careful. If there's any little guys hanging out in the back here, they'll spook and head right up to the front. Whoa. Flicker on. Oh, there goes one right there. He was hanging out in the back end here. And there goes another one. Man, it's just so tight. I don't know if I can get a cast. I've already spooked everything probably. Nope, there's a little one. Oh, and he's gone. Well, we made contact. They're just so hungry in here. So look at what I'm seeing. I don't know whether to laugh or cry at this point. I'm not getting around that one unless I can find a way around. But that's a choice I've got to make. Or really the only choice I have. So we're gonna get a better look at that falls, because while we're here, we might as well appreciate it. And then we're probably gonna go up and around that way from the looks of it. Whew, here we go again. That is an insane waterfall. You don't see stuff like that around here very much. Whew. There's a cliff all the way that way. Maybe all the way that way. But I think that looks like the better option. So we're gonna keep trudging up. I mean, that's pretty impressive. That's even bigger than it looks. I'm gonna try to make it to that ledge, and then I think I can go to the left. Wow, that's just a sheer drop. That's amazing. Wow. Oh man. Sheer drop. It's cliff all the way over there. Hopefully I can get over through this way. Man, oh man, I did not expect all of this today. I definitely bit off more than I could chew. But we're gonna make the most of it. Oh, whew. Stand here a moment and admire this falls. I don't think I'll be back. I doubt it has a name. Who knows when someone was up here last. Pretty impressive. We've hiked and driven to far less falls than this. I'd say I earned the view today, because man, oh man, what a rough go coming up here. Well, hallelujah and praise Jesus, I made it to the road. Whew. Man, I won't lie, that's probably the roughest creek I've ever fished. That was rough. I really got my hopes up there when it cleared out, thinking it was going to be just kind of clear and roto free and just a big wide stream bed all the way up to the top, but nope. I mean, I've come across some pretty good falls and bedrock slides, but nothing that was impassable like that. That was insane. So I won't lie, the masochistic side of me really debated cutting back to the left and getting above the falls and fishing it all the way up to the road, but I think I'm getting a little bit wiser as I get a little bit older, so that common sense prevailed, thankfully. But man, I'm happy to see this road. This is nice. Well, I'm beat. I'm gonna make it back to the truck and get things packed up, go home, grab my lovely wife, treat her to a steak dinner, probably at Peach Street in Tellico, and I need some I want a big old steak and potatoes right now. I need some calories. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed my pain and suffering. If it didn't inspire you to get out there and do it, I hope it was at least entertaining. But I would not recommend that particular stream. Come to the shop and ask me about it. I'll tell you which one it is so you know which one to avoid. That's it for me. I'll see you in the next video. Well, turns out I lied. Oh, how quickly the brain forgets. Oh, that was a nice brookie. I was walking that road and then crossed this creek. This is the same creek I'd just been on. Much tamer than before. And I look up river and I'm like, or the creek, and I'm like, it looks pretty darn good. And as I step in, there's a nice brookie and then another one. And there's a good looking little pool right here. So I would love to catch one more after all that nonsense I just put myself through. And so if I can pull that off, I'm gonna be a happy person. Now let's see if we can find one. It may take us a little while because it's pretty skinny and I think they're pretty spooky in here. But I'm gonna work up a little bit until I find a brookie. There he is. Oh, I lost him. All right, well, I officially have not caught one yet. This actually looks really good. I'm gonna have to come back here next time, I think. Forget all that nonsense down below. This looks fun. I mean, little bitty creek. All right, I think this might be it. This looks pretty good here. Let's make it happen. A little tough lane to cast in, but there we go. there he is. Get him to the net. All right. Well, there you have it. I went through some pretty insane lengths today to get in some brookies, but here you go. One for the road. Send him on his way. Come on, guy. All right, that's it. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you on the next video.